Okay, let's assume worst case. Somehow you ended up with none of these, the double-sided alligator clips. So not only did you not get the right servo connector in the first place, you didn't get these guys. It's unlikely, it's possible. Some people seem to have been messing around in the kits, the people at Dawson, I guess. I don't know how that happened, but in any event, so you didn't get those either. That would be annoying, but actually the workaround is super fast and not bad at all. Once you do this, you'll actually end up with a better connection. And the secret, yes, is a knife. So what we're going to do is we're going to damage some wires. And I don't care about the wires. I care about whether you're frustrated, and obviously I care about your safety, so you have to be careful. But what we're going to do is we're going to take the wires that we have plugged into either our light sensor or our servo, and we are going to strip the one end off, right? So we plug the wires into the light sensor, and what we'll end up with is we'll have things stuck in here, or let's say we do it for the servo if we want. Oh, I won't do that. Okay, so basically all we're going to do is we're going to plug wires into wherever they need to be plugged into. So if it's male to male, if it's a servo, it's a male wire, pointy at both ends. You plug them into the servo, and then you're going to have an end that's like stuck like that, right? Pointy end. So normally what I was trying to get you to do last week was to hold it, to use some tape to hold that on. And if you got the patience and the right kind of tape, it'll work fine. But if you want to make it more secure and you want to do it faster, and again, I'm sorry for the quality of the image, you just we're going to go old school. Cut these off, and we're going to strip about 3 centimeters off the end by using a knife. Right? Same thing. Oh, I cut it. That will happen too. And if it does, don't worry about it. You just get another wire, or start again and start further down. Just don't put too much pressure on it, because you will cut the wire. Okay, there we are. So have we got enough there? Just barely. Okay, the next thing you do is you trim the plastic off so you don't get confused. Okay, so you see how that works. I've already done a bunch of wires like that. So I've already tried this video twice, and don't ask. Okay, so these are the wires that I would plug into my servo, right? Because they have a male end. So I'll plug them in like that. And I've already plugged these guys, because they have a female end, and I've stripped the other end of there into my light sensor. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to simplify our lives dramatically. We're going to connect, first of all, the negative, which is the ground. So it's purple on this guy. So we take the purple wire, and what is the negative on this servo? It's actually brown, and then it goes to, oh geez, you can't see anything, can you? It goes to yellow. So we're taking the yellow and the purple wire, and we're twisting them together. Right? So now we have the two grounds connected. So then when we want to, we just go here on the board, wrap these guys around, spin it a couple of times so that it holds, and then now you have a pretty good physical connection there. It's actually it's on there. Once we finish putting the other wires on, I would put a piece of tape across it so it just doesn't move around too much, but it is actually on there. It's a good electrical connection. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to connect the grounds. So in this case, the ground is the power. Excuse me, been a long day. So power is the middle. In this case, it's the green wire, because it comes the red wires in the middle, and that's power from the servo. Now, what is the power that we need to give this guy? It's the same one. It's same thing, same position. It's in the middle. So the blue wire, the two power wires are twisted together. and they have to connect to 3 volts. But now it's not that hard because you got a big wire that's easy to wrap around 3 volts. So that goes in here. Right? Okay, so now we've got a ground connection for the servo and the light sensor, a power connection. So now that all we're left to do is for the servo, we need to give it the information. So that goes to pin 2, according to my sketch. It could be whatever pin you're using, but if you're using my test sketch, it's pin 2. That goes through there. And again, you do kind of a twist thing. And then you do the same thing with the last cable here, which is the signal from the light sensor, and the light sensor, if you're using it on P0, as I think I did in the test sketch, you put it connected like that. So once you've got these connections on here, you make sure that they're lined up properly, right? They're not touching anywhere else. They're just, each one is just on one, let's say, for example, here. So one touches one, and you put a piece of tape across them just so they don't move around. And but they will not pull out. They will not fall off. Once you have them twisted a couple of times, it's metal and it will hold in place. And then you're just using the tape to make sure that they don't slide sideways and maybe may connect with another pin or something, which will screw things up. Anyway, simple, kind of garagey, but it will work and it'll last a long time once you get it working. Okay. Good luck.